and Steve, Rick and Steve.
Every single scene is taken apart, and every single shot of each scene is mapped out in a computer. We use Maya to program our storyboards, which gives us the dimension of each set and the size of each puppet, so we know how characters will be able to move and whether or not they'll fit through a door, they can jump off a ship, or a helicopter can swoop down into a shot. And we figure out exactly what kind of shots we want and how those are delivered. Meanwhile, as we're storyboarding, we're also recording the dialogue with actors. So we'll have the cast in a recording studio just giving their performances of the lines. We edit it all together into a nice half-hour episode of just audio. Then we take the storyboard and put the storyboard against the audio. So we're playing frames of storyboards, the sounds of the audio, and this is called an animatic. And this is how we determine how long each shot's going to be to the exact frame, whether or not it's really working with the scene, whether or not we can get the joke and hear it with the delivery, with the scene, if it needs to be in a close-up or a wide. All of the changes are made at this animatic stage, hopefully. Then we break that down. Each shot is broken down to the exact number of frames, and each line of a sentence is broken down to the exact mouth movements, so we know what letter every character is saying in every single frame of the show. It all has to be planned out ahead of time because unlike live action, there's really no room for improvisation or mistakes, and doing a second take of something can take an entire day. An animator can do about 8 seconds a day, so if we have an 8-second shot and we need to reshoot it, that's a whole day of work lost, so we have to plan ahead a lot. So once the animatics are done, we begin building the sets and the puppets and putting them under camera.
There's an established order to the streets, which was given to us. So it's always the same buildings beside the same buildings, and that's a continuity thing so that it ties together with establishing shots if there's a wide shot. So the library is always right beside Meat Market, Zushers, and then goes down to, I believe the cafe would be there. We just put the red pieces in so that if we catch an edge corner, then we think, oh, okay, that's the cafe, we know that that's there. They're walking along, and then they're going to go into Meat Market, which is a bar. Oh yeah, and this is fun too. So what we've got here is bookcases, and the bookcase itself, we came up with one single design of bookcase. We use them as a full 5-level bookcase. They're cast, or we put panels on the front to make like a closed thing. And then the books, we made a couple of different designs of books that we were stacked books together, and they're vacuum formed, and then we'll put strips of colored plastic on the front. And then the chair has been cast, the plant on the stool has been cast, the little side table, the vacuum form top, this has been cast. That's the really fun challenge of doing a project like this, sticking to that vision that he has, and he's very good at sticking to that. I really admire his capacity to just not go beyond that.
Once everything comes together, it's put on set in here. We bring in lighting crew, they light it, then we bring in the animators and they start breathing life into these puppets and taking us from what happens in between each frame of the animatic. So whether a puppet is moving like this, or like this, or like this, makes a really big difference. So each animator is really an actor here. We all have to get into each other's heads and kind of have the exact same energy, and it's a complicated, fun, and long process.
Rick and Steve, Rick and Steve.